Ugh, that's a weird feeling. I forgot that's what entering a Sima world feels like. How do people get used to going back and forth? Maybe that's why they decided to stay here full time. Now, where are we? There, fully loaded. Wow, nice place. It's big, but not a mansion. Makes sense, they never did like anything that kind of tacky. And the outdoors are simple, but pretty. I doubt they put much time into its base state when it can change so easily. And even then, I bet they spend most of their time inside. Honestly, what's the point when you could just do that in the real world? Well, I guess they're doing that in the real world too. I guess I'll never understand the way my darling thinks. But it doesn't matter. Now that I have them back, we can be happy together. Honey, I'm home. God, I miss saying that. Honey, what happened? Are you okay? Oh, you dropped a dish. Well, that's not so bad. Why do they bother simulating dishes that can break? What's the point? Oh, right. Surprise! I should probably tell you what I'm doing here. I own your simulation now. I know when you broke up with me to live in the Sima world full-time, you were really thinking of me. Because you knew I wouldn't want to live in one, and you didn't want me to feel forced just because you were doing it. I understand, really. You were trying to be considerate. But you still broke my heart. Hey, it's okay. I found a way for us to be together without me having to move in here. Simulpods are a bit cramped, you know? I can't see myself giving up reality for this. Oh, yeah, I should explain. I was able to buy your personal simulation. You know, it's like a landlord situation. Someone owns the simulation and you rent it and the equipment. I'm sure you're familiar. I know calling myself a landlord is kind of unflattering, but I guess that's what I am now since I bought where you live. Yeah, Sima World Systems went under and all their assets got sold off. And one of their assets was your little slice of heaven. Well, it's really only heaven because you're here. Oh, normally the simulations would be sold en masse to some other company who'd take over without waking anybody up, and most of them were. But I know a guy who knows a guy, and they were able to transfer ownership of your simulated world program to me. Right, it's pretty crazy, but I was so glad to be able to step around all the red tape. Believe me, it wasn't cheap. If it ever gets out that they did this for me, the jail time for both of us could be counted in decades. But no one is going to find out about it. Hey, calm down. I know you're worried about your simulation, but trust me, I didn't buy it out of spite. I know it's easy to think that, jaded ex-girlfriend and all, but I'm not about to jack up your rental fees to force you back into the real world. I love you far too much for that. In fact, I'm gonna let you stay here for free. Just getting to see you every day is payment enough. Huh? But I can do this. I already did. It's going to be so perfect. I can see you every day, and not just in your simulpod. Oh, yeah, I had that moved to my house. Leaving it with the other pods would have just raised questions. I put you in my bedroom so I can fall asleep next to you every night. It's not as good as having you in my arms, but all relationships are built on compromise. But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't just have the real you unconscious in that pod. I also have you here. I'm just using Deep VR to visit you, so there's a limit to how much time I can spend with you. But that's okay, because I can check in on you whenever I want. That's the best part. My guy hooked me up with the internal surveillance program. Yeah, they said they didn't have a way to watch people in their Sima worlds without their permission, but That was a lie. I mean, obviously, as if they wouldn't come up with some way to watch the thousands of people they were running worlds for. How else would they sell your data to advertisers? I did warn you about that when you broke up with me. There's no such thing as true privacy online. But I guess it's too late to say I told you so when I'm the one who's going to be watching you from now on. Oh, it's simple. Whenever I want, I can just check in on my phone or PC and see what you're doing. I've already tried it out and it works like a charm. I can even move the camera to get the perfect angle, too. The photos I can get are unbelievable. Oh, don't worry, it's nothing I haven't seen before. You shouldn't feel embarrassed about me seeing any side of you. And it's not like I'm going to ever let anyone else see those photos. Oh, and I can talk to you through it too. It'll be like I'm a ghost. Or God. I guess I am kind of like the god of your world now. I mean, I can change it to be anything. Maybe I will, and we can go on an adventure together. Or at least get you to stop laying around doing nothing. What? You want to leave the simulation? Oh, no, you can't. I mean, just think of all the money I spent to do this. And if you left, you might accidentally tell someone what I did. I can't risk that. I'm not crazy. You shouldn't say stuff like that, darling. I might start thinking you entered a simulation just to get away from me. No, you can't leave. I have admin control, and you can't wake up from simulpod stasis without my permission. You know, I was against the whole Simulworld thing, but now I see the appeal. I can have you all to myself without anyone else interrupting, or you running away when things get too serious. Keeping you here is definitely worth the investment. Forever? I'm not sure. One day, when you come to your senses and decide you want to live with me in the real world, then maybe I can let you out and we can be happy together. But now? Not a chance. You wanted this. You wanted to live in your nice, perfect, simulated world. And you can. But you can't get away from me. I'm going to be with you. And when I'm not, I'm going to be watching. You are everything to me. Now I get to be everything to you. I guess you could call this a Yandere simulator? Don't look that up if you don't know what it is.